everybody. How you doing? Hope everybody's well. Welcome to week 2 of our podcast, Blank Checks' podcast. I want to say welcome to everybody. Let me just adjust this. We're working in real time. That's better, isn't it? Yeah, today we have a special guest. Her name is Brenda. Hi, Black Cherry. Who's Christine? And we're going to be talking about finance, mindset and business with our lovely Brenda Drummond, who's a business and entrepreneur. I've known her for quite a long time. And, we talk a lot about the mindset, and we talk a lot about future and people and our community. And wanted to just get you guys to hear her thoughts and how she's kind of got to where she's got to, and just some of her experiences. So I'm going to add her in now because she's here ready to go with us. This is exciting. Just waiting for her to accept. Hey, Auntie Brenda.
Hey,
Everybody
how
has
you
call her
doing?
Auntie Brenda, by the way, because I have so much respect for her. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. I'm good.
Good.
So
Might
what I'm going
flip
to
the
do, you're going to have
camera.
to bear with me.
Yeah.
Me just fix up this camera.
Yeah.
Sorry.
There
Okay,
we go.
great. Let
Lovely,
me take the
lovely.
glasses off then. Oops.
With your
Sorry.
pretty face. She's been more high tech than me, I swear.
Sorry about that. There we
No,
go.
don't be sorry, please. Thank you, thank you. Thank you for joining me this evening. And
That
you're another
it's a
one.
pleasure. It's a pleasure, my darling.
Thank you. So I've known Brenda, my eldest is 13, so what? 10 years must be? 9 years? Long time. Through business.
Probably. Yeah,
Long
about
time.
10 years now, probably.
Yeah, it's about that. And through business, I was looking for someone to guide me through another business that I was setting up, and Brenda's business came up to me, and I actually came to you through your business partner first, Livingston,
Yeah.
which hopefully we can get on a podcast at some point or another. And that was a hit and miss. We kept missing each other, and then I met you, and then even then it was still a hit and miss for a long time.
Wasn't it? Yeah, it was.
And
It
then
was.
somewhere along the line we gelled, and you gave me some really great advice around business
Mm.
startup and that kind of thing. And yeah, I just have been on a business road for a long time, and you have been a great guidance. So less about me, because people get to know about me over the next few weeks anyway. More
Mm.
about you. Where did your road of business kind of start, and what have your experiences been?
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
I know it's been
Well,
long, long
yeah,
journey.
but I know and to be honest,
Yeah.
Nyasha, it is a journey, and it has been a journey. And I'm gonna start off with the fact is that I think my journey started when I reached the age of 40. And then
Okay.
what happened, because I was one of those people that, went into a secure job, and, many years later, because I was in banking for many years, and then I reached the age of 40, and you know what? I said, I can't do this for another 20 years. And I didn't know what it was going to be, but I knew I had to do something. Yeah, because and I later on, as that journey carries on, I heard somebody say that the best days of your life, the two best days of your life, is when the day that you're born, but then the day that you find your why. Yeah, the
Okay.
day that you find your purpose. And I think that's where I come from, is that knowing that you've got, you're created for something, and knowing that purpose. And so at 40, I knew that banking wasn't going to be for the rest of my life. So I wanted to do something different. And I could see that business was the, the, the avenue to go into. Because when I worked in banking, I knew about, I saw people start up in business, become successful in business. But one of the things that drove me is our community, because there's many people that came in and opened their bank accounts, etc., and their business accounts, but not many succeeded. Not many people that look like me succeeded. And I thought there must be something, has to be something that I can do to do that. And that's what started my journey on helping people start up in business and looking at finances and looking at financial education. And that was my starting point.
Okay. And how has it been working in your own community? How easy has it been to, speak to your own community about the business that you're doing and helping other people, building contacts? What has that journey been like for you?
Uh, I'd say a mixed journey. So
Okay.
I've come across some wonderful people like yourself that that they're just on the right wavelength as you, the right vibration as you, and that having that right energy.
Okay.
But also I've come across some people that just talk a good talk,
Yeah.
but don't actually follow through. Don't actually, they say they want something, they want to achieve something, but won't follow through, won't take action, won't do the things that's needed at that stage. So that's something that has impacted me in all what we do. Yeah.
Alex is commenting in the group. It's quite funny on the podcast. He knows
Who's
what it's
that, Mr.
about as well.
Gordon?
Yeah.
Right.
And
Right.
why do you think that is? Like, what do you think the block is that stops some people from achieving their goals and walking a walk and doing what they say they want to do, and those that don't?
It has to come down to mindset. It just has to, because we all have our challenges.
Mm.
I feel that we all have our things that will keep us back.
Yeah.
We've all experienced things that have been against our, impacted on who we are, the color of our skin, whether a female, male, or whatever. We've all been impacted in different
Yeah.
ways, but it's how we respond to things and how we react. Rather than we react, respond. And we
Yeah.
all have a choice.
Mm.
I feel that we all have a choice to be the people that we're designed to be. But sometimes it's whether you're prepared to pay the price, do the activity that needs to be done to actually achieve that. And not everyone's prepared to pay that price, and there is a
Yeah.
price to pay. So that's one of the things that I feel that will be the difference between someone succeeding or not succeeding. And I recently heard is a lot is a lot around their focus or lack of focus,
Yeah.
lack of self-discipline,
Yeah.
and also lack of commitment. And if you haven't got enough goals and dreams and something to really achieve, then it's going to be a challenge for lots of people on that
Do
basis.
you, would you agree that a lot of the mindset is around not knowing any better or not having the education or fear, maybe, which I know Karen and I spoke about on the
Yeah.
podcast last week,
Mm.
and all the other things you mentioned as well around discipline. But what is that mindset? What I mean, we throw that word around a lot, and I
Yeah.
wonder if people understand what that means, psychology of the mind. So, in your words, what does mindset mean?
I would say mindset has got to be your thoughts, yes, what you think about yourself,
Yeah,
and also so your self-worth, yes. So it starts with you, it starts with that inner person.
yeah,
But whether you are going to actually make a difference, or I don't know, carry on and with that is sometimes an external thing, but it starts with you. and also what you feed your mind with as well.
Mm.
Because, you know, we could be watching TV, you know, spending all of our time watching TV,
Mm.
but and there's nothing wrong in watching TV, but what is it that you're watching? You know,
Mm.
sometimes we're watching the news, but
Yeah.
really the news is there to designed to actually give us specific messages, not really to, you know, empower us.
Yeah.
So it's what also is what you're feeding your mind with, because whatever you feed your mind with, that's the thoughts that's going to grow, that's the
Yeah.
seeds that's going to grow in there to then make a difference. So
Yeah.
I, you know, some of my what I would say is some of the things that I had to work on is actually, again, what is it that I'm feeding it with my mind, around books that I read or what I listen to on YouTube. I know that you're a huge YouTube
Yeah, I'm visual.
fan.
I need to see things
Yeah.
visually. Yeah.
Well, I, do, I see YouTube as my classroom. So if I need to find out anything, I
Mm.
can go on YouTube. But all those things is what we feed ourselves is going to do that. Because when we're growing up, so going back to, you know, as we grow up, I grew up, I was born and bred in London.
Mm.
So when I went to school, in the time that I went to school, it was very much, oh, you just have to work hard, get a job, yes, and get a job. I didn't, there were, I never had one lesson about entrepreneurship, about financial education,
Yeah.
or managing your finances. All it was is that you need to learn your lesson to get that's something that I know now is part of the programming that we have, and sometimes you have to deprogram yourself. Because again, I go back to the time when I worked in banking. When I left banking, it was I had to deprogram myself in certain things that I was taught to when I sell products and services to clients and customers. So it's very very much about what we put in to our brain is what will
Mm.
come out.
And sometimes we can watch things and it just doesn't sink in, and that's
No,
okay.
no,
And other times you have to watch things and see beyond what it is that they're trying to show you and teach you. So there
yeah,
could be a movie, and we're just looking at it as it's Hollywood, it's a great movie, we can sit down with our popcorn, but there's great messages in that, as
absolutely,
we can interpret that with everything in life. There is so much resources in there, there's so many resources out there in the world that there's no excuse to not being able to find a way to move. Today I put up a post which actually it's a bit of a cheeky post actually because I stole it from one of my directors, and it just said about shift, and it's a really good post, and it was just saying that I interpret it as if you don't shift, life is either gonna move you or it's gonna leave you behind. So you have a choice. You can
yeah,
either be of this world or be in this world. It's up to you. But you can get ahead any way that you want to. The resources are there, easy to find. I saw another video
yeah,
yesterday. A lot of people like things for free. YouTube's a great teacher. Like, as you said, it's like a classroom. So
yeah,
not everybody's meant to be an entrepreneur, and I've had to learn that. Not everybody's about business, but what can you do to elevate yourself anywhere? And if you've got children or family, what do you want for them going forward as well? And
absolutely,
not to let things hold you back. We can be afraid of anything, or we can just run with it, take a risk, and keep on going.
absolutely,
Um, so people like you, gurus like you who have businesses where people can come to you for business startup, they can come to you for a financial plan, they can put certain things in place so that themselves and their family are covered, and just start to build some kind of legacy or something for their family are there. And this is why I have people like you on the platform like this, so you're exposed to everybody else out there so that they can see
mm,
that, okay, this is somewhere I can go. So once we finish this call, I will link your details below where people can get hold of you.
Yeah.
And you know, if they want any more information, you're easy to find. Um, but yeah, it's just we have to keep on going, because in this day and age, especially now we've got Corona, we only have ourselves to rely on. We don't
Yeah.
have anybody else.
Yeah.
So we have to do something different. We have to do something smart, and we have to keep on going. We are people of survivors, you
Yeah.
know, and we have shown that we're able to survive. We're only a minority in this country, you know. So get ahead,
Yeah.
contact people, get out there, go on YouTube, find a book, you know, go on Blank Checks its page and see the different resources that we post on there. We're just at the beginning. We've got lots of time and ahead of us, and we want to be able to leave legacies for our families, but really starting with that mindset. And because people can tell you that you're never going to be nothing, you're never going to go anywhere, but it's what do you teach yourself? What do you believe? What do you tell yourself as well? You know, because what you
Yeah.
tell yourself is everything, and it's key,
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
know. So, and people also, as well, another thing that people don't always want to see you get ahead because they're afraid. So they want to
Yeah.
keep you in their box.
Yeah.
So would to give you all this negative talk and all these other things. But as I said, it's what you tell yourself and who you speak to. And I remember there's a lady, and she said, if your circles don't move, if no one change, what is the saying, Auntie Brenda? If your circles don't move, change your circles, something
Yes.
like that.
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Yeah,
also, and also, it's one of those sayings that also that if you're the smartest person in the room, then you need to go and
you
find
get a new
some,
room. Yeah,
yeah, new
yeah,
people. Yeah.
yeah.
So
I
yeah,
hate to say,
because
I don't always
it's
speak.
also about stretching our minds, isn't it? Stretching our how we interact with each other. Because again, we're human beings and we're designed to connect with each other. So Corona has impacted um, dramatically against that. But having
Yeah,
said that, we've still found ways to connect.
yeah,
And it's
yeah,
connect at a different level, but that doesn't mean to say we don't connect. So and again, by our circles of who we keep our company with.
mhm,
So, you know, that saying is that we have to mind the company we keep. Yes.
yeah,
So again, that's something that if we're now connecting with like-minded people, then that's also going to be a difference, isn't it?
yeah.
To what we do.
And this
So
is a great time to plan. You know, now
yeah,
that things like, I mean, people see Corona as something really negative, and it has been really devastating to a lot of families and a lot of people.
lost
And, you
it.
know, our hearts go out to all those people there. But
Mm,
those ones that are here that are left behind that can wake up another day, it means you've got
mm,
another day to plan. And those that are furloughed or are working from home or what have you, you know, the universe, as I call it, is giving you a chance to rethink, reset,
absolutely.
plan, and execute. You know, we
Mm,
have this chance to do this. Someone said to me last year, you know, we can't come out of the pandemic the same way that we've gone into it. This is a chance and a time for change, and
mm,
for us to do something different so that we can get ahead and build our legacies
absolutely.
and our empires. You know,
Yeah,
so
yeah.
yeah. So
Mm.
on that note, I will say thank you for joining us.
Well, it's been a
Um,
pleasure. It's been a pleasure. It's my first experience of being on Instagram Live, so it's not been a painful experience. So I do like to make sure that I continue to step out of my comfort zone. So
yeah,
thank you so much
well
for the
done.
time. But
You're very welcome.
hopefully it's been it's been able to help some people.
I hope so. I think it definitely will, you know, and this is a platform where we're trying to reach out to many different people. Somebody will gravitate to somewhere. It only takes one. Each one teach one. Takes
Yeah,
one and you have a domino effect.
yeah,
That's all it is,
absolutely,
you know.
absolutely.
So I'm grateful for your time. We will be back next Monday at 7 p.m. again. We've got another special guest again. Every week I'm trying to have a guest, or where somebody has a different thoughts of opinion. It might all be the same, it could be completely different, but we'll watch this space. So
Mm.
we'll see you guys next week, and have a good evening, week, and stay safe.
Okay, lovely. Take
Bye.
care. Bye.
Bye.